coming in with a battalion behind me. I'm gonna knock you out. Get from in front of me, cause I'm coming in with a battalion behind me.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is the Rockstar Chris Cole. I'm joined by my commentary quote-unquote partners. I have none other than Brian Langell.
Good evening, everybody.
And Shano.
Always a pleasure to be here with you, Langell.
I agree, Shano. I feel the same way about you, sir.
I hate both of you. Ladies and gentlemen, here he is. He is the man, the myth, the legend. He is a fantastic, the American ambassador, Canadian professional wrestling, none other than James Liberty, baby.
James Liberty on his way to the ring, carrying Old Glory, waving it for this crowd to appreciate and show respect to. I'm not sure he's going to get it, Shano.
Yeah, the IHW fans not a big fan of James Liberty right now.
And that's what their problem is.
Waving Old Glory for everybody to see. Although he seems to be the only person standing.
Look at the faces of the fans here in Miramichi when it comes to James Liberty.
Give me the respect I deserve.
He's a devilishly handsome man.
His opponent
Oh, for the love of God, the traffic cones here. I thought we were rid of him.
Chip Chambers starting off tonight's matchup here on Unstoppable against James Liberty. Chip Chambers a fan favorite and immediately grabs Old Glory.
Chip Chambers, one of IHW's favorite young up-and-comers, one of our high flyers as well. This match should be very interesting to say the least.
Did you see the disrespect? Chip Chambers rubbing the American flag all over his nether regions. If we were in the United States right now, he would get sent to prison for that. That is illegal and disrespectful and disgusting.
Chip Chambers doing whatever he can to get the mind early of James Liberty. It may not be the most appropriate tactic, but I'm pretty sure it worked.
I'm going to tell you right now, it's almost impossible to get in the head of James Liberty, and you don't want to be in there. Impossible to get in the head of James Liberty.
Is that kind of like math equations?
This is why I voted Trudeau.
Referee
I
Brian
said
McKay
impossible, didn't I?
checking on both men to make sure there's no foreign objects. First checking Chip Chambers.
What are they looking for? International objects?
International objects.
Sure.
Although this is an international matchup. Chip Chambers from Toronto, Ontario.
That is a horrible place.
They have a
What
fantastic hockey team.
What a slimy little bird. When did they have a fantastic hockey team?
1967, sir. And James Liberty arguing, saying he doesn't have any any foreign international objects either.
You can say foreign objects. I'm just messing with you, Langell.
Sorry, Rockstar.
You are sorry. Sorry piece of work.
Don't let Rockstar get in your head, Langell.
I think that's what's happening.
He's a piece of work like that.
Referee Brian McKay calling for the bell, and we are underway here tonight on Unstoppable.
Wrestling at the top of their lungs. Chris Cole knows over there, he loves it every time I do this. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for some? No. That was
This is absolutely ridiculous. Look at him. He's foolish up there.
The fans love it, Rockstar. Leave him alone.
I don't care if the fans love it.
Are you ready for some?
There we go.
Absolutely horrific.
Chip Chambers with the crowd in the palm
Apparently
of his hand.
Vegas is that way too. Because it's legal there.
I understand. Both men tie up in the middle of the ring. We are underway. James Liberty immediately with a standing side headlock on Chip Chambers. And a reversal. Chip Chambers now with the standing side headlock.
Chip Chambers with a fistful of hair is what that was.
Oh, jeez. Here we go already.
We're only, 2 minutes into this show, Rockstar?
That's not my fault that he grabbed the hair.
Very nice
It's really
by
early
Chip
for him to start
Chambers.
doing that crap.
Did Chip Chambers just kiss him on the head? Shots to
Probably.
the midsection. Chip Chambers thrown across. Shoulder block, and both men go down. Snaps him over, has him in a
Headlock takeover.
Thank you, Shano. He's distracted by the rock star Chris Cole with that glittery jacket of his.
That's fair.
James Liberty in control. Chip Chambers trying to get out of this. James Liberty rolls out under the bottom rope. He's on the apron. Chip Chambers going after him, catches him with a forearm. And James Liberty brought back in the hard way. And immediately, Chip Chambers going for a cover. Chop in the corner by Chip Chambers, lining up a second.
I see a lot of kids here in Miramichi wearing masks. I couldn't be happier about that.
Come on, Rockstar.
It's not my fault that they're ugly kids.
James Liberty up over the top rope, catches Chip Chambers with the top rope. Now repeated stomps to the chest.
That's
James
right.
Liberty.
James Liberty putting the boots to Chip Chambers. He's looking very frustrated in the ring right now.
Got a warning from Brian McKay, broke it at the count of 4, and now using that middle rope to choke out Chip Chambers, coming across the ropes and drives that throat against the middle rope again.
That'll take the wind out of your sails. I don't care who you are.
Definitely. Going for the cover. And Chip Chambers out at the count of 1. It's going to take a lot more than that to keep Chip Chambers down. Snapmare. Coming off the ropes.
Ooh, neck snap by James Liberty. That one hurt.
Definitely. Chip Chambers is down.
Not much of a 2 count, but a 2 count nonetheless.
And James Liberty's complaining about the count.
Of course he's complaining about the count.
Float over suplex. And again, only a count of 2. That was...
That almost looked like a brain buster there for a minute.
It did. I got to give credit to James Liberty. That was textbook.
You know, I'll tell you something right now. You're not the first person to give credit to James Liberty. That's why he drives that Cadillac out back.
Devastating knee. Chip Chambers.
It's a Pontiac, Rockstar.
This one's for you, pal.
Is it?
Yeah, oh yeah, it's a Pontiac. It's not your uncle's car anymore.
Oh,
James Liberty dropping fists into Chip Chambers' forehead. Those are closed fists, Shano.
They sure are. Definitely going to discombobulate Chip Chambers.
Setting up for a huge backbreaker. Chip Chambers. A knee to the small of the back like that can take you out quickly. James Liberty again with the count of 2. The resilience of Chip Chambers. The fans are behind him.
This young man's heart is pretty much unmatched.
yeah. It's about to get ripped out and stomped on.
Well, that was graphic.
Yeah.
Fires him across the ropes. Chip Chambers.
Chambers doing everything to escape the corner there.
Huge kick from Chip Chambers. Down goes James Liberty.
There's one thing I'll say about Chip Chambers. James Liberty won't have any trouble avoiding him. Because, I mean, simply, that's what you do around orange cones, right?
Oh, that was a close
and
one.
And again, the count of 2. The momentum carried him right over. Flying knee by James Liberty. Every time Chip Chambers tries to get some momentum here, he's being stopped by the American ambassador. Liberty going out to the apron, climbing to the top rope. Chip Chambers struggling to get to his feet. Double axe handle, and down goes Chip Chambers again. Had a hand on the rope, breaks up the count. That easily could have been it, Shano.
Excellent ring awareness from Chip Chambers there, knowing right where he was. Didn't waste any energy kicking out, just grabbed the rope.
No, and I got to give credit to referee Brian McKay as well to spot that. We've seen that miss before. Clubbing blow to the back of the shoulder blades. Now James Liberty locking in a chin lock. Trying to wear down Chip Chambers. Brian McKay right in there to make sure it's not a choke.
James Liberty getting extra leverage there.
Yeah, he's doing everything he can to try to take the energy out of Chip Chambers, but Chambers is fighting back now. Elbows to the midsection, fires off the ropes, ducks the clothesline.
Oh,
devastating
very nice.
knee.
I can't believe he stayed on
Rider.
his feet, honestly. Oh
James
my
Liberty
goodness.
kicks out. I thought that was it, Shano.
Oh, I was 100% on that one, Langell.
Brian McKay saying it was 2.5. Missed it by an inch. Chip Chambers has to be frustrated, Shano. He's won matches with that before.
Yes, he has. I'm very surprised. That actually speaks a lot about the wherewithal of James Liberty, as much as I hate to give him credit.
Oh, I understand completely. I agree. Chip Chambers now up to the second rope.
Oh,
Misses.
nobody home.
Rolls him up, going for the cover.
Oh,
Chip
and he gets
Chambers
him.
does it.
Textbook victory roll there. Well done, Chip Chambers. Oh, no. Liberty from behind.
Immediately attacking Chip Chambers. James Liberty now reaching for the flag and driving into the midsection of Chip Chambers, using that flag as a weapon.
That's what he gets for disrespecting Old Glory, Daddy. Let me tell you something.
TV champion
Oh,
Dick
come
Durning.
on.
Dick Durning in to make the save.
What's Durning's business out here at James Liberty?
The coward James Liberty is out of here,
Yeah,
quick
the
as a hiccup.
The coward Dick Durning coming out and attacking him after a match from behind like a scumbag.
I knew you would show your ugly mug here. You know why? Because you're just like all these other Canadians. You can't keep your nose out of American business. But Dick, you played right into my hands because you have what I want. And what I want is the TV title. So Dick Durnin, you better listen up, pal. Because the next time you see me, I'm gonna feed you somebody that you will never face before. And I can guarantee you this, Dick, you will not leave the ring with your hand raised.
What is James Liberty talking about, guys?
Let me tell you something. Dick Durning has a bad habit of underestimating his opponents, and he's going to underestimate someone like James Liberty.
Chip Chambers, your victor here this evening.
Hold on, does he look like the winner to you? Does he look like the winner?
His hand was raised, Rockstar.
Do you want one place where you can find podcasts all about your favorite topics? Video games, pro wrestling, comic books, pop culture. Then you need to head over to tpcnetwork.com to get all these podcasts and more. Check us out at tpcnetwork.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome X-Fit Kurt Obey, Dragon X James Stevens, X-Plane Steve Arsenal, they are exiled.
You know, I'd like to say that I couldn't say it better myself, but that's not true. Ladies and gentlemen, here he comes, Triple X Steve Arsenal, X-Fit Kirk Obey, and the X-Dragon, Shane Stevens. Ladies and gentlemen, the greatest faction, the new faces of IHW. Here they are, Exile Daddy.
I can't deny, Rockstar. Exile is definitely on a roll.
Like butter, Langell, like butter, they are on a roll.
All three of these men, confidence through the roof when they're together. The front man, Steve Arsenal, X-rated Steve Arsenal. Look at the look on his face.
If I was Dave Boyce, I'd get out of this ring. Because
Yeah, but
Exile,
you're not Dave Boyce, and if I was Shane Stevens right now, I'd get in that ring and waffle Dave Boyce right in the noggin.
which is exactly why I'm saying that Dave Boyce should exit stage left and let Exile just do their thing.
I'll tell you, there wouldn't be anything sweeter. There's no one more deserving of a good beating than Dave, the quote-unquote voice.
That
Come on,
vertical
Rockstar.
leap gets me every time. The impressive jumping skill right from the floor to the apron by the the X-Fit beast, Kirk Obey.
Where you going, suit dummy? Give me this. So now for the good talkers, now for the good wrestlers, now for the best that IHW and the Maritimes has to offer. Dragon X, Shane Stevens, the beast himself, the X-Fit beast, Kirk Obey, and yours truly, the most gorgeous man in professional wrestling, X-Rated Steve Arsenal. I said X-Rated Steve Arsenal. We are Exile, and tonight, just like every night here in IHW, we are gonna do whatever we want. Oh my God, Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens is here. So anyone in the back, bring whatever you got, because it doesn't matter. We're still gonna be on top.
Shane Stevens using that kendo stick, waving it around. I've seen that used before, gentlemen.
I should hope so. It happens a lot.
We definitely have seen it before. They branded Julian Young not too long ago with an X across the back from smacks from that kendo stick. Left a huge goose egg on his head. Julian Young has tasted the kendo stick more than anyone else in IHW.
Did you just say
and
eggs
here we go, the IHW originals here. Remy Petit, Julian Young, and Titus. Let's see what they got to say.
I want to mention that you said tasted and then eggs, and immediately Remy Poutine came out from the back.
Rockstar, you are a terrible person.
Terribly awesome.
The IHW Originals have answered the challenge of Exile. Julian Young, Titus up on the apron, followed by Remy Petit. Julian's asking for the mic.
On.
I'm not gonna give you any.
How you doing there, Michelle? You know what? For those of you who don't know, these three cowards, and yes, you guys are cowards, you three cowards, all they've been doing for the last few months in IHW is just attack people from behind, use the stick, hit people where you shouldn't, and cheat and cheat and cheat. And you know why? Because you couldn't win any other way.
Winners.
Loser. So how about this? Let's keep this old school and simple, Steve. I'm challenging you to a match right here, right now.
You want a match with me right here, right now?
That's what I just said, yeah.
You people want a match with Julian Young and me right here and right now?
Dummies want
One of my buddies here, Shane Stevens, doesn't have a match today. He actually wants to fight.
What is that? There are children here. Someone stick a sock in that idiot's mouth.
Oh, Remy Petit, quick hands.
I have one side though. It's a good one.
Speak English.
I'll speak English. I'll speak very clearly. You want to fight? I don't have a match. How about me and you right now, big guy?
Remy Petit and Shane Stevens.
I know, I sure would like
Remy
to see
Petit's
it.
going to have to eat some of those Skittles around his neck to get some energy, though. Oh, yeah, of course. His brother comes out.
That is not his brother, Rockstar.
What? Are you sure?
I am positive.
They look alike.
Looks like we have a matchup. Remy Petit and Shane Stevens, referee in the ring.
That's right. Head of matchmaking Kevin Tyler has just confirmed that this match is going to happen.
How come I never hear any of that stuff?
Because your headset's not plugged in.
That explains a lot, actually.
Are you ready? You ready? Ring the bell!
We are underway. Shane Stevens, Remy Petit, one-on-one.
What are they doing clapping? This is not a rock and roll concert. This is a wrestling match.
And Shano, I find it interesting that not only did Exile stay at ringside, but tonight Julian Young and Titus are also at ringside.
And they have
It's
no
a
right to
level
be there.
playing field.
That's right. It's about time someone evened that out.
I'll tell you right now, it's not level at all, and it's not on the level, Daddy, because Julian Young and Titus are two of the worst cheaters I've ever met, two of the worst cheaters I've ever seen, and two of the worst cheaters that have ever existed here in Innovative Hybrid Wrestling, Daddy.
Rockstar, you are so full of lies. It's unbelievable.
Do you believe this stuff that you're saying?
What do you mean, if I say it, it is obviously true. The Rockstar Chris Cole does not fib.
Shane Stevens trying to take over Remy Petit, and it is not happening.
Oh! Butt bump, sending him right out of the ring into the arms of Exile.
And the crowd supporting Remy Petit.
Remy Petit looks like he could use a little extra support.
Remy Petit, a charismatic big man, no doubt about it.
Get in the ring, Shane!
I'm ready this time. You're not gonna pull my hair, and you're not gonna use your big butt either.
Yeah, look at that. He managed to get his arms around that giant skull.
He's trying to cinch it in. Remy Petit having none of it. Fires him across the huge shoulder block by Remy
See,
Petit.
now, I'll tell you right now,
Shane Stevens
Shane
back out to
Stevens.
the outside. Sorry, Rockstar.
Yeah, right
You
back
are
to the
sorry.
old friend, the kendo stick.
Shane Stevens running into Remy Poutine like that. It's like running into a man wearing 37 sweaters. The guy's just all cushion.
Really, he didn't look too cushioned to me, Rockstar.
Look at this, grabbing him by the hair.
Well, of course he is. He's a pig.
And he gets caught, choked off the top rope.
And that's what you get for breaking the rules. You get comeuppance.
And a huge right hand. Shane Stevens across the ring.
Oh.
Flying body press. I've never seen that. A flying body press to the back.
I saw
Shane
it.
Stevens,
I saw it
very
once.
innovative.
Just now?
Maybe.
Right. Shane Stevens now attacking Remy Petit in the corner.
Forearm blows, man, just taking it to the big man.
Repeatedly has
I'll
him
tell you
down to a
right now,
knee.
there's so many of them, and he's hitting them so hard, I'd almost call those 5-arm blows. That's amazing.
Snap, man. Then a huge kick to the chest. Could have been in the throat. Shane Stevens now going for that elbow, using the second rope as leverage, is devastating. Remy Petit kicks out.
One of the only good things I can say about Shane Stevens, his offense is very innovative.
Definitely. Shane
What
Stevens,
is he thinking here?
can he get? I don't think he can get the big man over.
Yeah, I don't. I like Shane Stevens.
Big mistake by Shane Stevens. Oh, man.
Huge suplex by Remy Petit, reverses it and drives down Shane Stevens. Remy in the corner, Shane across the ring.
And he's about to get squashed. Nobody home.
Shane Stevens underway and a running knee to the back of the head. Shane
Remy
Stevens now
Petit is out of it.
If
the
Remy Petit had a brain, it'd be concussed.
Oh, loses a footing. Very nice recovery,
But
though.
still catches
That,
him.
my friends, is professional wrestling.
huge
So ready.
drop kick. Remy is stunned. He's down to one knee.
Beautiful. I have to give him credit once again. Lost a little footing. Looks like he may have tweaked his ankle, but he's such a veteran in that ring that he was still managed to come back and kick him right in the chops.
You know, there's a reason why they say that they're high-risk maneuvers, because they're high risk for both of the guys in there.
I actually agree with you for this time.
Look at this. Shane Stevens telling the referee he's hurt his ankle in the meantime.
Oh.
Kirk Obey nails Remy Petit. That ankle
Just a wonderful thing.
See, this is the problem with Exile. They'll use, repeated tactics like this to gain an advantage.
What tactics like what? He hurt his ankle. The ref was checking it. Remy Poutine got mouthy with Exile and got some comeuppance.
And he just miraculously, recovered that quickly.
He's still limping. He's not
Shane
walking right now.
Stevens, a great maneuver here. It's paralyzing the nerve pinch right now, and it lets him keep a lot of his energy as Remy Petit is drained trying to fight out of it.
I wish someone would nerve pinch you right now.
Remy Petit trying to get to his feet, the crowd cheering him on. Shane Stevens with another one of those kicks to the chest, and another one that looked like it may have grazed off the jaw.
Look at him.
You know what,
Look at the type
Rockstar?
of specimen this man is. His ankle is already healed, and he's using it as a weapon. It's amazing. It's
Remy
a miracle,
Petit.
Angel.
Look at the look on Remy Petit's face.
Oh, the big man's getting angry. Oh!
I don't speak French, but I'm pretty sure that Remy Petit was not happy.
Look at those snap jab, giant elbow.
Oh, come on.
Clothesline by the big man. Look how fast this big man can move when he wants to. Extremely light on his feet. Whoa! No, up and over.
Setting up for an Acadian drop.
Oh, man, oh,
Flatten
man.
Shane Stevens.
You see that? He had a fistful of tights and hair. I didn't say where the hair came from.
Shane Stevens kicks out at the count of 2.
That speaks to the resiliency of Shane Stevens.
Remy Petit stalking Shane Stevens, waiting for him to get to his feet.
Oh, God.
Shane Stevens is in the wrong part of town. Here comes the big man. Oh, catches him with a kick running in.
Right in the chesticles. Did you see that?
The educated feet of Shane Stevens going to work on Remy Petit. The big man is wobbled.
Knock his teeth out, Stevens, and he'll lose some weight.
He's got
The
the
lights
tender
are on, but nobody,
again.
of course he has the stick. That's all he bloody well knows how to do.
Titus getting his nose in the wrong business again.
Huge spear.
If Shane Stevens had any pride at all, he would have won this match
come
because he
on.
would have taken advantage of the fact that Remy Petit was out on his feet. Instead, he decided to grab that stick, get the distraction, thanks to Titus. About time somebody took that stick out of his hands.
And as a result, Shano, the IHW Originals now hold a victory over Exile.
And
Oh,
as a
I'm sure
result-
they'll be full of excuses, Lanchel.
Well. Looks like that's 1 for us and 0 for the zeros over there. So, what do you say, Steve? How about I give you a chance to even out the odds? You and me, let's go.
Yeah.
How confident are you?
I'm confident in mine.
Yeah, I know you can't live with this loss, so let's go. I give you a golden chance to redeem yourself of your failure, Steve.
You know what? I'm sick of listening to you, Julian Young. You want me and you right now?
Yes.
Julian showing off.
Steve Arsenal versus Julian Young right here, right now.
The crowd wants to see it.
Well, I'm really not feeling up to it right now, but my buddy Kirk's looking for a fight.
Go get him, Kirky.
A light just clicked on in my head right now. If you're looking for a match right now, Kirk Obi, how about you step in the ring with Titus, punk?
Whoa, Titus, the franchise of IHW, lays down the challenge.
Look at them. They're making referee Josh Hugs a Bunch, whatever his
Come on,
last name is.
Rockstar, you know his name.
They're making him run. Did you see that?
I did see that, Rockstar.
Only one condition. X-rated Steve Arsenal. If I win this match, you step in the ring with Julian Young.
I like the sounds of that, and by the sounds of it, so do the fans.
Definitely, Shano.
You know what? You're not going to win this match. You're right, you're on. If you can beat him, you're on. But it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. My friend, Kirk Obi, I hope you're ready for a kicking, bunk.
Short and sweet from the big man Titus.
Shane Stevens lost earlier. Kirk O'Bey now with a chance to even the odds against the franchise Titus. And as we just heard, if Titus defeats Kirk O'Bey, it will be one-on-one Steve Arsenal with Julian Young here tonight on Unstoppable. We'll have to see what happens, Shano, but this matchup is coming up next. Titus looks ready to go. Shano, I'm looking at Exile, and it's almost like if you play chess, you put your pawns ahead of the king. Steve Arsenal tonight has put Shane Stevens and Kirk O'Bey. I'm not calling them pawns. I'm just saying there's some strategy behind this.
Absolutely. He's doing everything he can. He's avoiding a match with Julian Young. But if you missed it, he actually finally, the frustration got to Steve Arsenal, and he has finally accepted the fact that if Titus wins this match, then he has to step in the ring with Julian Young.
Right, but I totally believe that he has total faith in his man, Kirk O'Bey. If he defeats Titus tonight, that match is off the books. That match does not happen.
You can't blame him for having confidence in Kurt O'Bey. He is absolutely fantastic. Tremendous shape, a great young talent here on IHW. I went through the Maritime Wrestling School with him, and he was a beast then, and he's even better now.
Definitely. He's the 2015 Rookie of the Year. Now, immediately out to the floor again.
Look at this. No, he's learned so much from Steve Arsenal and the members of Exile. He's just getting in the head of Titus, hoping to get him frustrated, hoping he can make him make a mistake so they can take advantage of it.
Definitely. It's a sound strategy by Kirk O'Bey. I hope that Titus doesn't fall into this.
A seasoned vet like Titus, I gotta say, it's unlikely.
Kirk O'Bey slowly making his way back into the ring, and he's stopped, in fact. The crowd chanting chicken at Kirk O'Bey.
Well, he eats enough of it, he might have just turned into it.
Kirk O'Bey now in the ring. We'll see whether he stays here. Ties up with Titus in the middle of the rear underway, and Titus immediately with a house of fire.
Oh!
No! No! Are you a sissy? Yes! Titus, do you want to tap?
No way, no way. Titus in control here against Kirk O'Bey. Again, I will mention the stipulation, if Titus wins this match tonight, it will be Steve Arsenal one-on-one with Julian Young, and it's not looking good right now if you're Kirk O'Bey.
And you can bet your bottom dollar Julian Young at ringside is just chomping at the bit.
Do you want to quit? No! No! Come on, Clark.
Titus in control. Kirk O'Bey now looks like he's trying to get a forearm across the eyes to break that hold. Shots to the midsection. Titus now up against the ropes, and Kirk O'Bey fires him across the ring, ducks a clothesline.
Come on, do you want to quit?
No! Ladies and gentlemen!
I'm not a quitter!
Come on, Kirky. You can reach it. Come on, Kirky. Temporary step back.
Titus working on that arm. Backs him into the corner. Kurt Cobain trying to break out of this using the strength.
The break, oh, I thought it was going to be a clean break, but oh no. The X-Fit Beast taking full advantage. Up and over goes Titus. Textbook arm drag from the big man.
And another gets the big man over.
You see that? That was a fistful of face. What?
Titus follows up quickly with a reverse chin lock. Shoulder block by Titus. Down goes Kurt Cobain. Another arm drag by Titus. Huge clothesline. And Kurt Cobain out to the floor, but he's on the wrong side of the ring. Remy Petit standing right there.
Oh, yeah, and of course, Remy Poutine and Julian Young.
They didn't do anything, Rockstar.
That's right. That's the difference.
That's because Exile came around the corner and stopped them.
You're so full of horse plop, your eyes are brown.
Shane
You're an
Stevens
awful person. That really hurt my feelings.
Even.
trying to cool down Kurt Cobain, get things under control. But I also have to think there, Shano, they're stalling outside this ring.
Absolutely, and just to go back to Remy Petit and Julian Young talking a little trash outside the ring there, that's the difference between the IHW Originals and Exile. They'll let them know exactly what they think, but they won't lay a hand on them because they know the man in the ring's going to do the job.
No, because Exile came around the corner and made sure that they couldn't do it.
They tie up again in the middle of the ring. This time Kurt Cobain with power, forcing Titus into the corner. I can't tell from here if he has a handful of hair or not. Wouldn't surprise me if he did.
It absolutely looks like he did there, Langell. Good eye, my man. Good eye.
Kirk would never, ever grab someone's hair.
Really?
Wow.
Reversal by Titus, firing Kirk into the corner, ducks the clothesline.
That was a massive boot by Titus.
He thought he'd play the close game. I guess it didn't work out. Titus just gave him a big old kick in the milk jug.
No!
Titus firmly in control here, wearing down the big man. Obey slowly to his feet, and again, I have to say it, Shano, the strength of Kurt Cobain is one of the things he has going for him here. That's three times now he's been able to overpower Titus and force him into the corner.
You got that right, Langell. And again, well scouted, driving the shoulder. Well, Titus driving his own shoulder into the ring because of the well-scouted maneuver by Kurt Obey.
What do you mean well scouted? A guy was running at him and he got out of the way.
Exactly. How many times have you seen people in the corner just get dismantled by Titus?
It doesn't take scouting to know to get out of the way from someone running at you. That's just intelligence that Kurt Obey naturally has. Unlike some people sitting at this table, not me.
Titus thrown shoulder first into that turnbuckle.
That's right. There's a chink in Titus's armor now, and Kurt Obey is going to take full advantage. Look at him going right to work on it.
He's closing in on that. A clean break by Kurt Obey. Titus in trouble here, trying to get back to his feet.
And again, this isn't going to be good for Titus.
And again, shoulder first into the top turnbuckle.
A lesser man would have dislocated his shoulder.
I'll tell you right now, I'm pretty sure it's over for Titus. I just felt a cold breeze run through me.
Titus with multiple chop reversal again by Kurt Obey. Ducks the big boot.
Oh!
Fires Titus over the top rope. Now, look at this, Rockstar. The IHW Originals there, and again, they are not doing anything to interfere in this matchup. Unlike Exile.
That's right, just checking on their man Titus, not interfering, not picking him up, putting him back in the ring. Take notes, Rockstar.
Again,
this is called honor.
You just call me the wrong star, you disgusting, filthy pig.
I like Rockstar Chris Cole.
Maybe I did. The wrong star, Chris Cole, on commentary with the ever so handsome Brian Langell.
Well, now everybody knows for sure that you're lying.
And of course, the man himself, Shano. Back to the matchup though. Shano, he just pulled Titus into the corner with that shoulder again. Exile is targeting that shoulder of Titus, and the stakes in this match could not possibly be higher for both teams. Julian Young is biting at his lip, wanting to get in there against Steve Arsenal, and Exile is doing everything they can to make sure that does not happen.
I'll tell you something. You said that Brian Langell is ever so handsome. You couldn't be more wrong, Shano. Brian Langell looks like a sack of potatoes after Remy Poutine is finished with it.
I'll have you know that in my grade 9 class, I was voted most handsome.
Yeah, well, I've seen your grade 9 class, and every other one of them was slightly uglier than you. Doesn't mean you're handsome. You're just the least ugly.
Rockstar, you're just full of the hurtfulness.
Good.
Kirk O'Bey up to the second rope. Titus
Makes me feel like a big man.
flat on his back here. Kirk O'Bey, I think he's wasting too much time.
Rubbing it in the fans' faces. Oh!
Misses with the knee drop. Titus rolls out of the way.
Not Titus rolling out of the way like a coward.
A coward?
So it's
Why
okay
is it?
for Kirk O'Bey to get out of the way in the corner, but it's not okay for Titus to get out of the way on the mat.
Thank you,
Absolutely.
Langell.
Absolutely.
All right, just as long as I understand, Rockstar.
Absolutely.
Titus in one corner using the ropes to try to get to his feet. Kirk O'Bey in the opposite corner trying to do the same thing. Who's going to get to their feet first?
Did you see it? I said coward. Remy Poutine heard cow,
man.
thought steak, and started to drool.
I can't believe that he stayed on his feet from that big boot. Man, oh man, right in the jaw. Another
Down
beautiful
goes Kirk
clothesline.
O'Bey. Titus charging in, up over the top rope, blocked, and a return by Titus.
Well, the referee should be counting Titus right now. He's out of the ring. He's using the ropes.
Very nice by a big man like that. That is very impressive for a man of Titus's stature.
Kirk O'Bey kicks out at 2.
Luckily for us, the referee failed preschool math and he can't get past 2.
Kirk O'Bey going for the cover. Titus
Only 2.
slips out the back door. Remy Petit and Julian Young cheering on their man here. Exile doing the same.
Fun fact, Titus is so stupid that he went through grade 6 twice and thought that he had his grade 12.
Come on, Rockstar.
Kirk O'Bey just waiting, charging across the ring. Titus with a huge
and
boot.
he takes his head off.
No,
We're going to see it right here.
We're going to see it.
Goose driver.
He flattened Kirk O'Bey, and it's over.
And he's still steaming.
You know what that means, guys?
It means that Titus is a cheater. He had a fistful of beard.
It means that later tonight we will see Julian Young one-on-one with the leader of Exile, X-rated Steve Arsenal. We haven't confirmed that match is happening right now.
Julian Young wasting motion, wasting time. That's not a smart move.
Referee Brian McKay is in the ring.
Julian's just getting the blood flowing, Rockstar.
That's right. And the momentum that the IHW Originals have right now, I would not want to be Steve Arsenal. Exile is 0 for 2 right now. And immediately, Steve Arsenal back out to the floor, talking things over with Exile. Julian Young taking last-minute advice from the IHW Originals as well.
Absolutely. I can almost guarantee that Titus and Remy Petit are guaranteeing that they're going to be in the corner and keeping an eye on the other members of Exile. Guarantee!
Everything is on the line for Exile right now. Again, they're 0 for 2.
You know, I was just thinking to myself that Julian Young could probably use a 2-pay. He gets confused, though. Maybe he could use a 3-pay. How about that?
Look at this.
Agreed.
Look at this.
You're
Kirk
welcome.
O'Bey making fun of him. Ripped his sign.
That's terrible.
Remy Petit borrowed the sign of a youngster at ringside, and Kirk O'Bey tried to grab it.
That's what you get for bringing contraband into these shows.
Contraband, Rockstar?
Yes, contraband.
The fans buy a ticket to come to an IHW show. They can cheer or boo whoever they want.
That's right. They have the
that
right
has
to
nothing
have
do
their
with the sign,
signs.
you
They have the
scumbags.
right for their signs. They pay for the ticket, Rockstar.
That's
That
right.
makes no sense.
We are underway. Shane Stevens immediately
And
crept
right off
away.
the bat, the distraction.
Buying a ticket doesn't give you unlimited rights. If I buy a ticket for a flight, I'm still not allowed to bring in a 1-liter bottle of water or hairspray or a bomb.
Look at the
What
speed
that was
of
escalation.
Steve Arsenal. I'm
do you
sorry,
mean?
Shano. I didn't mean to overtalk you there.
Don't worry about it. I was just
I'm
in
not even
disbelief.
Speaking of bombs, I'll tell you something.
Devastating elbow by Julian Young.
Right
to
in the
chest.
solar plexus, man.
I'm sorry, Rockstar. What were you saying?
Shut up.
Huge drop kick by Julian Young. But he's caught by the big man. And now Arsenal out as well. Julian Young off the top rope takes out all 3 members of Exile. Exile is off their game tonight, gentlemen. Steve Arsenal now pleading with referee Brian McKay to have a timeout. There's no timeouts in wrestling.
I'll tell you right now, there should be timeouts in
Look
wrestling.
at this going on ringside.
That's his own fault for the referee not having the timeout.
Yeah,
It's timeout time.
There's no
He went
timeouts
out
in
there.
wrestling, Rockstar.
He shouldn't have been out there in their faces.
All 4 men.
Unbelievable. These 3 men are so good at taking advantage of these situations.
Hey, did you guys see that? I think a hair just sprouted out of Julian's head. Nope, me neither.
Steve Arsenal firmly in control. Shot to the midsection by Julian Young. Quickly followed up by a knee by Arsenal and drives Julian Young into the post. Huge chop by Steve Arsenal. Huge kick to the back. Steve Arsenal in control. Julian Young writhing in pain.
I'd be writhing in pain too if I smelled like Julian Young.
Julian Young trying to get to his feet. Caught by, look at this, using the ropes for leverage and choking out. Referee Brian McKay issuing a count. Snaps him off that second rope into the middle of the ring, going for the cover. Julian kicks out at the count of 2. Steve Arsenal is very confident right now, guys.
Oh, yeah. He's known for that.
For what, sorry?
Shoulder block by Julian Young and another.
For his arrogance, Rockstar.
Arrogance? That was a cologne. That's what he wears. He actually wears arrogance.
Huge drop kick by Steve Arsenal. Catches Julian Young square in the jaw in the middle of the ring, and Exile celebrating. Going for the cover. Julian Young kicks out. That drop kick was devastating, right on the button.
It was right on the button, the off button. Julian Young is done.
Julian out through the second rope to the floor. And
right back to, oh, my knee.
The kendo stick.
There's a surprise again. The kendo stick.
Where?
Shane Stevens' best friend.
Oh,
Titus!
come on,
Well
Titus.
done, Titus. He knew it was coming. They're not stupid.
Wait a second. Referee Brian McKay out to the floor.
That's what happens when you stick your face in other people's
Are you
business.
kidding me right now? Are you kidding me right
Titus
now?
has been
Titus is
ejected
coming
from
from me.
ringside.
Get him out. Get him out of here.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Shane Stevens
Open your eyes, ref.
He has no right to be here. Get him out of here.
I understand where Brian McKay is coming from, but I don't agree with his call.
Send him to, send him to his dust bowl so he can go wash his hair.
Remy Petit has been ejected as well.
Remy Poutine's excited. He's heading to the buffet. It doesn't matter.
Huge suplex flowed over by Steve Arsenal. Julian kicks out.
Julian Young, a man without an army right now. He's on his own.
I don't like his odds right now, Shano, although the heart of Julian Young can never be underestimated. But now he's out there. Look at this! Exile using that kendo stick. The same kendo stick that Titus just got banished for.
I have
That's
to
just
agree with you,
wonderful.
Langel, but like we just witnessed, I think the numbers game is gonna outweigh his heart in this one.
I'm gonna tell you guys again. I tell you over and over and over again. You do what it takes to put that W on your record. That's what you do. You do what it takes. If you have to hit him with a kendo stick, hit him 10 times, just in case. You do what it takes to win the match.
Julian Young just barely getting out of the way of that knee drop from Arsenal.
And I'll tell you, the man who is the #1 contender is not Julian Young. It is X-rated Steve Arsenal.
Runs into a knee and then a double boot by Julian. Julian charges over. Nails that elbow.
Beautiful elbow.
Julian Young cheating again, using the ropes.
He's calling for the super kick. Shane Stevens grabs the ankle.
Of course you're not. You have two other guys out there.
Exile.
Finally some justice for the IHW Originals.
They put their
You shut your mouth. He has no right to kick Exile out of the arena. He has absolutely no right to do that. Exile belongs out here with their partner.
Arsenal lining up for the zigzag.
Oh,
Julian
no, back
Young,
to the
turn
ring.
around, Julian. Huge
come
clothesline. Runs into an elbow as well.
Julian Young.
Fire it up, Julian Young. There.
Huge splash. Exploder suplex out of the corner. Going for the cover. This is it. No. Kicks out at 2.5.
That's what happens when you cheat.
That exploder suplex was huge by Julian Young.
The Exploder Suplex outlawed in IHW.
What are you talking about?
Julian Young picks up
I
Steve
don't know.
Arsenal. Arsenal trying to get out of it. He does. Rolls up Julian Young. Feet over
on the ropes.
Yeah,
Oh, no,
Julian Young
thank
kicks
God.
out. That was close. Steve Arsenal doing whatever he can to win this, is what Rockstar said earlier, but I don't agree with the tactics.
You wouldn't.
I don't.
You wouldn't.
Huge knee to the midsection. And another.
Right to the eyes by Steve Arsenal. Surprise.
You know,
Huge chop by Julian Young. Julian in control. No, reverse by Steve Arsenal. Oh, he caught him. Huge kick to the chest.
I felt that over here.
Julian trying to get out of this. Elbows again to the side of the head.
Oh, I
Goes for
thought
the
we were
super
going to
kick.
see
He
it.
gets caught.
Zigzag.
it is done. It is over. It is done with. It is over with. Here it is. 1, 2, 3. Still.
Oh,
my
God.
Learn to count, Brian McKay.
This match continues here on Unstoppable. Brian McKay saying it's a count of 2. How many matches?
And Brian McKay, he hits 2 of them and he thinks it's 11. It doesn't really matter.
How many matches have we seen Steve Arsenal win with the zigzag?
Julian Young, man, one of the toughest guys on our roster.
Julian gets out of a kick to the midsection. Looks like he's setting up for a suplex.
Oh, could be a perfect.
Oh, no! Huge
What
drop,
was
Steve
that?
Arsenal.
That was
on his knee.
unbelievable. Beautiful neck breaker from Julian Young.
Julian Young making the same mistake he makes over and over and over again. It's yelling and stomping like an idiot.
We're gonna see
You're
it.
not going to take Steve Arsenal down.
Oh,
Super kick by
right on the
Julian
money,
Young.
baby.
What?
Going for the cover, hooks the leg.
Not a chance. No.
Oh,
Julian
my. Look at this. Exile now hits the ring.
There
Steve
they are.
Arsenal.
They're back.
Steve Arsenal kicks out an Exile
Brian
from
McKay calls
behind.
for the bell. This match is over.
It only took Brian McKay 10 minutes to realize they were there. They're camo.
Julian Young will win this match as a result of a disqualification.
Brian McKay telling him the
Here
ring to
comes
bell. Here
Remy
comes Remy
Petit.
Petit.
Holy cow, I haven't seen Remy Petit run that fast since he heard about the all-night buffet.
Huge clothesline by the big man.
Steve Arsenal, Shane Stevens, Kurt Cobain now putting the boots and the blows to Remy Petit.
They're 3
It's
out.
over again. Here it comes.
Oh, zigzag to Remy Petit. Shane Stevens from the top. Swanton bomb.
The IHW Originals have been decimated.
And here we go. Titus is hitting the ring.
Titus running faster than I've seen
Right
him run
hand
since he
from
heard about the free
Titus.
cupcakes.
He's cleaning house, boys. No, Shane Stevens, the number game again, catching up to the IHW Originals.
3-on-1, the assault continues. Remy Petit laid out.
Julian
Young.
now getting a second wind.
I was going to say Julian laid out, but now
Not
he's
for
trying
long.
to. Yeah, exactly. Oh, Titus into that ring post.
Look, you know what you're seeing right now? You're seeing the IHW Originals. You're seeing the IHW Originals on the mat, on the ground. You're seeing them broken and bloodied and destroyed by Exile. That's what you're seeing. You're seeing the #1 contender for the Innovative Hybrid Wrestling Heavyweight Championship and his two best friends, his two partners, Exile. You're seeing them
Julian
destroy.
Young again,
Julian
gonna see
Young.
the kendo stick. I gotta say, just when you think that Exile's gonna get their comeuppance, I'm completely deflated.
They're holding Julian Young in place. Steve Arsenal.
Oh no! For the second time, it looks like Julian Young's gonna be branded with an X by that kendo stick.
Hey, remember when Shano couldn't count? Third time, Shano.
Oh!
Devastating shots with that kendo stick.
Julian Young once again branded by Exile.
Brian McKay asking for the bell to be rung to stop this, but I really don't think Exile's going to pay any attention.
I'll tell you right now, he's branded by Exile. That's a brand I would invest
Up
in.
he goes into double.
No! It's a zigzag from
Oh
at
my
least
God!
6 feet in the air.
The IHW Originals dismantled
It could
here
not
tonight.
happen to a more deserving candidate.
What is it going to take to stop Exile?
Nothing short of what you might call a miracle, but I'm going to call it travesty, Langell. Nothing short of a travesty can stop them.
Julian Young has been leveled out for the third time. Exile dominating, using cheap tactics to do so. But as Rockstar says, at the end of the day, this is absolutely disgusting.
I didn't say that. This is fantastic.
No, you said that whatever it takes to win, and what they're doing, Julian Young is out.
Let me tell you something. Thank you so much for tuning in to IHW on Bell TV1. My name is the Rockstar Chris Cole. For Langell
Good night, everybody.
and for Shano,
I'm just disappointed.
we will talk to you later, everybody.